Immortal. Chapter 21. Author's note. Fuck you, Orc. You fucking suck. It's not my fault if it's spelled wrong, Orc, 'cause that bitch Reavern, 'cause it fuck you preps. 1. Whoops, so's Raven, thanks for the help. But Transylvania rocks rad. 1. I even got to go to the castle where Dracola was fleed. Later, we all went in the skull. Draco was crying in the common room. Draco, are you okay? I asked in a gothic voice. No, I'm not, you fucking bitch, he shouted angrily. He started to run out of the place in a suicidal way. I stated to cry, 'cause I was afraid he would commit suicide. It's all Enoby, said Vampire comfortably. It'll make him feel better. You mean you'll go fuck him, won't you? I shouted angrily. Then I ran to get Draco. Vampire came too. Draco, please come, he began to cry. Tears of blood came down his pale face. I was so turned on 'cause I love sensitive bi guys. If you're a homophone, then fuck off. And then we heard some footsteps. Vampire got out his black invisibility cloak. We both got under it. We saw the janitor, Mr. Norris, there, shouting angrily with a flashlight in his hand. Who's there? He shouted angrily. We saw Filth come. He went under the invisibility cloak and started to meow loudly. Is anyone there? Yelled Mr. Norris. No, fuck you, you preppy little poser son of a fucking bitch. Vampire said on his breast in a disgusted way. Excuse me, who said that? Yelled Mr. Norris. Then he heard Filth meow. Filth, is there anyone under the cloak? He asked. Filth nodded. And then Vampire flinched me. He did it just as Mr. Norris was taking off the cloak. 1. What the? He yelled, but it was too late now, 'cause we were ruining away from him. And then we saw Draco crying and busting into tears and slitting his wrists outside of the school. Draco, I cried. Are you okay? I guess so, Draco wept. We went back to our coffins, Frenching each other. Draco and I decided to watch Lake Placid, Season Dada Prison, on the gothic red bed together. As I was about to put in the video, my eyes rolled up, and suddenly I had a vision of something that was happening now. There was a knock on the door and thug, and a mystery of magic walked into the school. 1. Chapter 22. Author's note. Stafoo! Preps, that flaming Orc. If you do not lick it, then fuck off. I know it's Mr. Norris, it's Raven's fault. Orc 1-1. You suck 1. No, just kidding, Raven. You fucking rock prep suck 1. All day everyone talked about the misery of magic. Well, anyway, I woke up the next day. I was in my coffin, so I opened the door. I was wearing black lacy leather pajamas. Then I gasped. Standing in front of me were Bloody Mary, Vampire, Diabolo, Draco, Dracula, and Willow. I opened my crimson eyes. Willow was wearing a tight black leather top with pictures of bloody roses all over it. Under that she wore a black poofy skirt with lace on it and black gothic boots that was attached to the top. Vampire was wearing a baggy Simple Plan t-shirt and baggy black pants and Vans. Draco was wearing a black MCR t-shirt and black jeans and a leather jacket. He looked just like Gerard Way, and almost as fucking sexy. Vampire looked like Joel Madden. Bloody Mary was wearing a tight black poofy gothic dress that she had ripped so it showed off all her clearage, with a white apron that said Bic on it and other swear words and MCR lyrics on it, kind of like that one dress I'd seen Amy Lee wear once. Darkness, who was Jenny, was there too. She was weaving a ripped gothic black dress with ripped stuff all over it and a lace-up top thing and black pointy boots. So were Crab and Goyle. It turns out that Darkness, Diabolo, Crab and Goyle's dad was a vampire. He committed suicide by slitting his wrist with a razor. He had raped them and stuff before too. They all got so depressed that they became gothic and converted to Stanism. Omfk, I yielded as I jumped up. Why the fuck are you all here? Enoby, something's really fucked up, Draco said. Ock, but I need to put my fucking clothes on first, I shouted angrily. That's alright. We have to go now and you look kawaii anyway. You're so fucking beautiful, Draco said in a sexy voice. Oh, alright, I said smiling. But you have to tell me why you're being all erective. I will, he said. So I just put on some black eyeliner, black lipstick and red eyeshadow and white foundation. Then I came. We all went outside the great hall and looked in from a window. A fucking prep called Brittany from Gryffindor was standing next to us. She was wearing a pink mini and a Hilary Duff t-shirt, so we put up our middle fingers at her. Inside the great hall we could see Dumbledore. Cornelia Fudge was there shouting at Dumbledore. Doris Rumbridge was there too. This cannot be, she shouted angrily. The school must be closed. The Bark Lord is planning to kill the students, yelled Cornelia Fudge. You are not fit to be the principal any longer, yelled Rumbridge. You are too old and your Alzheimer's is dangerous. You must retry or Voldemort will kill your students. Very well, Dumbledore said angrily. But we cannot do this. We can't close the school. There is only one person who is capable of killing Voldemort, and she is in the school. And her name is Enemy, Darkness, Dementia, Ravenway. Draco, Crab, Goyle, Darkness, Willow, Vampire, and Bloody Mary looked at each other. I gasped. Chapter 23. Author's note, "Dut the fuck up, bitches." 1. You're just jealous 'cause I got 10,000 revoys. 1. Thanks to Raven for the help and telling me about the books. Girl rock, let's go shopping together. The door opened and Professor Rumbridge and Cornelia Fudge stomped out angrily. Then Dumbledore and Rumbridge sawed us. "Mr. Way, what the beep are you doing?" Rumbridge shouted angrily. Dumbledore blared at her. "Oops, she made a mistake," he corrupted her. "She means hi everybody, come in." Well, we all came in angrily. So did all the other students. I sat between Darkness and Draco and opposite Bloody Mary. Crab and Goyle started to make some morbid jokes. They both looked exactly like Vil Volo. I ate some Count Chocula and drank some blood from a cup. Then I heard someone shooting angrily. I looked behind me. It was Vampire! He and Draco were shooting at each other. "Vampire Draco, what I asked. "You fucking bastard!" yelled Draco at Vampire. "I want to shit next to her one." "No, I do!" shouted. "No, she doesn't fucking like you, you son of a bitch!" yelled Draco. "No, fuck you, motherfucker, she laves me, not you!" shouted Vampire. And then he jumped on Draco. "No, not in that way, you perv." They started to fight and beat up each other. Dumbledore yelled at them, but they didn't stop. All of a sudden, a terrible man with red eyes and no nose flew in on his broomstick. He had no nose, and he was wearing a grey robe. All the glass in the window he flew through fell apart. Brittany, that fucking prep, started to cry. Vampire and Draco stopped fighting. I stopped eating. Everyone gasped. The room fell silent. "Volsemort! Ebony, Darth Vader said evilly in his raspy voice. Thou have failed your mission. Now I shall kill thou, and I shall kill Vampire as well. If thou dost not kill him before, then I shall kill Draco too." "Pulls, don't make me kill him, Pulls!" I begged. "No," he laughed crudely. "Kill him, or I shall kill him anyway." Then he flew away, cackling. I burst into tears. Draco and Vampire came to contort me. Suddenly my eyes rolled up, so they looked all cool and gothic. I had a vision where I saw some lightning flash, and then Voldemort coming to kill Draco while Draco slit his wrists in a depressed way. "No!" I screamed sexily. Suddenly I locked up and stopped having the vision. Ebony, are you all right?" asked Draco in a worried voice. Yeah, I said sadly as I got up. "Everything's all right, Enoby," said Vampire, all sensitive. "No, it's not," I shouted angrily. Tears of blood went down my face. "Oh, MFG, what if I'm getting possessed like in the Ring too?" "It's all girl," said Bloody Mary. "Maybe you should ask Professor Sinister about what the visions mean, though." "Och, bitch," I said sadly, and then we went. Chapter 24. Author's note, "Prep, stop flaming the story, you're just jealous, so fuck off, go to hell, 1-1. Raven fags for die help." Well, we had deviation next, so I got to ask Professor Trevelry about the visions. "Konnichiwa, everyone come in," said Professor Sinister in Japanese. She smelled at me with her gothic black lipstick. She's the coolest fucking teacher ever. She had long dead black hair with blood red tips and red eyes. Her mom was a vampire. She's also half Japanese, so she speaks it and everything. And she and Bloody Mary get along great. She's really young for a teacher. Today she was wearing a black leather top with red lace and a long gothic black ribbed dress. We went inside the black classroom with posters of Emily the Strong. I raised my hand. I was wearing some black nail polish with red pentagrams on it. "What is it, Ebony?" she asked. "Hey, I love your nail polish. Where'd you get it? Hot topic?" "Yeah," I answered. All the preps who didn't know what HT was gave me weird looks. I gave them the middle finger. "Well, I have to talk to you about some things. When do you want to do it?" "How about now?" she asked. "Och," I said. "Och, class fucking dismissed, everyone," Professor Trevelry said, and she let everyone go. "Except for you, Brittany." She pointed at Brittany and some other preps. "Please do exorcise. Get it? 1 on page 3. "Och, I'm having lots of visions," I said in a worried voice. "I'm so worried, is Draco going to die?" Well, she gave me a black crystal ball to lock in. I looked at it. "What do you see?" she asked. I said I see a black Gothic skull and a pentagram. Suddenly there was a knock at the door. I looked at it. It was Draco. He was looking really sexy, wearing a black leather facet, a black Gothic Linkin Park t-shirt, and black Congress shoes. "Okay, you can go now. See ya, cunt," said Professor Sinister. "Bye, bitch," I said, waving. I went to Draco and Vampire, was sitting next to him. We both followed Draco together, and I was so exhibited.